Good morning, everybody. My name is Ian Hambly from Suresense Technologies. It's very nice to be with you today, and may I start by saying thank you to all of you for taking time out to try and understand a little bit more about Suresense Technologies and our partners program. First of all, what I'd like to do is just kick off really with making sure that everybody has a clear understanding around what Suresense Technologies is about. It's really around energy efficiency. We'll get into more about Suresense going forward, but I thought a good start is really baselining, well, what is energy efficiency? There can be, believe it or not, quite a bit of confusion with regards to mixing up energy efficiency with renewable technology and other aspects of energy. But energy efficiency is very much about doing the same with less energy or doing more with the same amount of energy. Why is energy efficient important? Well, it's extremely important, and energy is a massive issue everywhere in the world. It affects every single person, every single one of us. Fossil fuels are diminishing rapidly and are highly inefficient in being able to extract those. You can see there that 70% of all coal plants in Europe are operating at very low efficiency levels. Nuclear, whilst is certainly part of the answer, has many issues such as cost, complexity, waste disposal, and of course none of us will forget Fukushima and the security issues that come with nuclear. And as much as we see and read a lot about renewable sources, still today only 11% of the world's energy is available from renewable sources. A key point to note is a third of all the energy that's generated from nuclear, fossil, renewable, etc., a third of all of the energy that's actually generated is lost before it's fundamentally delivered to the national grids around the world. In fact, 67% of nuclear is lost in production due to water cooling. So basically, there is some losses once the energy has been created. There are losses in physically being able to deliver that, and that's what we call delivered energy. Out of that delivered energy, 50% of all energy that's delivered is actually wasted. That's a huge amount of wastage. And of course, another key aspect as well is energy costs continue growing unabated, which is a massive issue for organizations, businesses around the world. It's a big issue for residential users such as you and I, but certainly for businesses, energy is becoming a major cost and overhead to an organization and a block to their profitability. I don't know if you're aware of this, but the amount of energy wasted by the US in 2012 could actually power the United Kingdom for 7 years. So just going back to what we were referring to, 50% of all energy wasted, 50% of all energy that is fundamentally delivered is actually wasted around the world. And in the US, who head the league table, with 61%, as I say here, that power could actually generate the United Kingdom for 7 years. Of course, the United Kingdom also has high losses, energy wastage as well. Another key fact, saved energy is pure profit. This is a fundamental point when speaking with businesses around the world. By helping them save energy, you're helping them increase profits. In fact, the Energy Efficiency Office here in the UK, government body here in the UK, recognised that a 20% cut in energy costs represents the same bottom line benefit as a 5% increase in sales to many businesses. Some more facts that you might be interested to understand regarding energy efficiency. As much as we have a challenge today, the challenge is actually going to get bigger. The amount of energy projected to be used between now and 2040 is expected to grow by over 50%. And that's fundamentally driven by expectations in growth in world population, but also, of course, we come on the back of a number of years of economic downturn around the world. We're now faced with economic prosperity and growth, and of course, with that comes increased manufacturing, increased usage. So as we can see, the challenge we have today is not going to go away. In fact, it's going to actually become more and more of a challenge. Another key point worth mentioning is the industrial sector consumes over half of all the energy delivered around the world. And in fact, out of that energy usage around the world, not just industrial, but everywhere, lighting accounts for 19% of all global electricity usage. and electric motors account for 45% of global electricity usage. So the energy efficiency market is a very, very large market. It's projected to grow from $200 billion in 2010 to $312 billion by 2050. In fact, the latest estimation that I've seen actually shows that the energy efficiency market valuation is around $500 billion by 2020. Energy usage varies between different businesses, but so there's a clear focus in trying to understand the energy usage patterns across different, whether it's commercial, whether it's industry, etc. But to give an example, lighting energy for a warehouse, a traditional warehouse, can actually be up to 90% of its total energy consumption. So you can see that certainly having the ability to dramatically reduce that energy bill can have a massive impact on a company's profitability if they happen to be in warehousing and logistics, for example. So in summary, it's the energy efficiency market is a huge market globally. It's growing very, very fast. It certainly affects everyone, everywhere. There's not one part of the world where it doesn't affect. And increasing energy prices mean what was once a nice to have is now a business imperative. It's absolutely necessity to understand the energy usage and be able to manage that energy usage. And in looking at a pest analysis, which is an external evaluation of the key influences on any particular given market, if you look at energy efficiency, the political, economic, social, and technological drivers of the energy efficiency marketplace demonstrates that this is a very, very strong, a very robust, and a very sustainable market and business to be in the long term. What's also interesting about energy efficiency is for organizations such as yourself, there is a relatively low barrier to entry into the energy efficiency marketplace by adopting a partnership approach. So if I may, what I'd like to do at this point is just introduce my organization, Suresense Technologies. We're actually based here in Cornwall in the UK. For those of you that don't know, that's the southwest peninsula of the United Kingdom. We are a manufacturer of smart, intelligent, energy-efficient technologies. And very simply, our value proposition is to help companies fundamentally increase their profit while reducing their impact on the environment. 90% of all of our sales are international, and we certainly are a growing organization, and we're getting recognized for our achievements in exporting internationally and the fact that we are in growth mode by recently becoming or being awarded the finalist of the Exporter of the Year for the Manufacturing Awards here in the United Kingdom, something we're very proud of. So what makes Suresense different? Well, I can tell you there are a number of things that make Suresense different from a number of other players within the marketplace. Fundamentally, our technologies are regarded as being very high performance. This is very much built around each of our technologies having smart intelligence within the inherent within the products that help give optimal control over energy and therefore cost. Be very clear, by having optimal control over energy usage means you have optimal control over how much money you spend on energy, and therefore you have optimal control over how much you can save and therefore increase your profits. Quality, all of our products are built using the high quality products from the world's most prominent players within the certain industries. So if you take our lighting products, we work with the likes of Philips and Osram and Cree. If you take certainly the Integra motor controller, our power components, we work with companies such as Ixis and Semicron, all of which are the 800-pound gorillas within their own market space and world leaders for those particular components. Suresense has a very partner-centric approach to going to market, and our partners are absolutely everything to us. That's why we have seminars such as this, and we also have quite a strong support network in being able to support those partners. We'll come on to that in a lot more detail further into the webinar. And risk, we help our partners de-risk the situation by providing them high quality, high performance solutions, which happen to be highly referenceable. So they have the ability to take solutions that are already being used by some of the world's most prominent and forward-thinking companies around the world. Here's an example of some of our customers, our Eluma customers in this case. Many names that you'll see there, you'll recognize all around the world, not just UK. A lot of customers with global representation. And to give you an example, if I take Unilever, Glaxo, and Nestle, all of those organizations have actually purchased repeat orders of our lighting products within the last month. You'll see here Integra customers. Our focus very much with Integra is manufacturing and mining. And here you'll see a number of key manufacturers around the world. Very, very strong in automotive, very strong in plastics as well. And we try to help our partners by really building up not only technical verification and of our products, but also to help them with a sales and marketing perspective, in particular automotives that our partners may in fact specialize. So here, certainly it helps being able to present our automotive, packaging, printing, and electrical customers. And moving forward, you can see also the verticalization of our products within food and beverage, mining, retail, and manufacturing. So I think this is a good time to perhaps introduce you to our products, the Integra, the Eluma, and the Sense. First of all, the Integra. The Integra is one of the world's finest soft start motor controllers out there today. It does what a number of other soft starters does in the fact that it provides protection, reduced current spikes, etc., but also protection to machinery through the soft start and soft braking capability. But where Integra product really does differentiate itself is through its energy saving capabilities. More about that later in this session. The Eluma is a high bay luminaire operating very much in the manufacturing, warehousing, logistics, distribution markets, again providing very, very high levels of energy saving, and supplemented using our sensor, which is our intelligent sensor control that operates within the Eluma. So let's just understand those in a bit more detail with regards to the value proposition. The Integra motor controller we discussed. Typically here we will see energy cost reductions. The way that the Integra works is simple. It basically has a look at the motor and identifies where a motor is working in either a low or a variable load condition. Where motors are fully loaded, they're doing exactly what they're designed to do. When they're actually working at less load than they're rated for, then they become highly inefficient. The Integra has the ability to dynamically recognize those low or variable load conditions and reduce voltage accordingly, providing energy savings. Those energy savings will depend on the application of the motor. We average typically 15%, but certain applications, a granulator as an example, we could save up to 40%. Other applications are lesser attractive, where we might only find 3, 4, 5% of energy saving. But in average, we typically average around 15% energy saving. And of course, please note, these are large motors in some circumstances. They can be up to 800 kilowatts, and 15% of 800 kilowatts is a lot of energy to be saved. Of course, by reducing that energy, there is a reduction in carbon footprint for our particular customers. Another key aspect as well is the Integra increases the motor lifetime of our customers, and it does this by reducing heat. Heat is recognized as being the major killer of motors. In fact, 40% of all motor failures are directly related to overheat. And the Integra is very impressive at reducing the amount of heat within the motor dramatically, therefore increasing the lifetime of the overall motor. Obviously, with our soft start and soft braking capability, we reduce failures on associated components such as belts and gears, etc. And of course, from that, there is an overall reduced downtime from the motor and also the associated machinery. Reduced downtime, it means that, of course, there's increased productivity. The Eluma we mentioned already is the high bay lighting products. Here we typically average 74% energy saving when replacing HID lighting devices, metal halide and sodium lighting devices you would typically find in warehouses and factories around the world. 74% energy reduction means 74% reduction in carbon, means 74% reduction in cost. One of the other interesting aspects as well, which is a key feature and a key benefit for our customers, is the ability to ensure that they comply with international lighting levels for a particular given area. So health and safety compliance is increased by the use of our technology by ensuring that minimum lighting levels are kept irrespective of the working conditions. We have consistent light levels and, of course, better quality light, no glare that is sometimes prominent with certain other technologies, and reduced maintenance costs. Taking the Eluma in itself, we then add to that the sensor control. And here we can increase through further intelligence an additional 30% energy saving, on average 30% energy saving. Of course, with that comes reduced carbon and provides automatic energy management. So the days of having to physically come into a working environment, physically turn off the lights will typically stay on, irrespective of who's in there working or how long they're working, have completely changed forever. This system provides automatic energy management. The lights only come on when someone's in the building. They turn off when everybody has left the building. And certainly it will dynamically manage lighting levels to comply with health and safety, as we've already discussed, but taking advantage of ambient daylight that might come through roof lights or windows, etc. And the sensor system has the ability to provide detailed management information. Each of our sensors has a power management chip, which will provide actual energy usage back through a lighting network system across the internet to a remote portal, providing that management information. Another key feature of the sensor as well is the ability to upgrade it remotely, and therefore any new enhancements and new additions of capability and functionality can be upgraded to the sensor, making it future-proof for as an investment. Obviously, we sell over 90% of our products and our sales are actually done internationally. And here you'll see that we recognize that it's absolutely imperative to have the highest possible product certifications and safety certifications available. So outside of the CE for our domestic European market, we also have UL and CSA for the United States and Canada, as well as CB. And the CB scheme, for those of you who are not aware, the CB is the most internationally recognized safety standard out there today. And our products, part of our product testing strategy is to ensure that our products are tested to those particular levels. So one of the questions you might ask is, well, why particularly those technologies? Well, going back to something I mentioned earlier, if you look at all the energy used, 45% of all energy used is used by motors and 19% is used by lighting. Therefore, with our products, we actually start focusing on a 64% addressable market share. We will be adding new products to that mix, making those available to our partners, but that's our starting position with motors and lighting. So what I'd like to do is talk to you a little bit now about our sales and marketing strategy and how we support our partners going forward. We went through a very detailed analysis of understanding our sales and marketing strategy and in defining our sales and marketing strategy, starting off with understanding our products and the actual value proposition, moving into where they typically used in way of applications. From there, we can derive which industries are the low-hanging fruit to be focusing on. We then went through the process of looking at the territories and then partners, the types of partners we're looking for to help us sell these. So we've just gone through the value proposition of each of the particular products. Here you can see an example of the applications for the Integra motor controller. And here you'll see there are a whole range of different applications. What you won't see here is a number of other applications where Integra does provide some value. However, what we're trying to focus on here and what we're trying to do with our partners is help them focus on those applications where the energy saving is most prominent. So you remember that we typically average 15% these applications here most definitely will give you in the region of anywhere between sort of 12 up to 40%, sometimes higher, energy saving, and certainly represent the low-hanging fruit of applications for our partners to be focusing on. By identifying these applications within your prospect base, there's a very, very good chance that there will be a very strong business case and a very good reason for the customer to buy from you. Having gone through those applications, we said, okay, so if these are the applications, where are we going to find those? Well, quite simply, you'll find those in the mining industry is a very, very strong industry, but also general manufacturing. Whether that's manufacturing of textiles, whether that's manufacturing of paper and pulp, it's manufacturing generally. However, automotive and plastics are specifically very, very strong areas for us to be focusing on. Another key area that we have identified as where the Integra offers immense value is off-grid. So you may remember previously I mentioned that actually a third of all energy that's created gets lost in transmission. Well, in an off-grid environment where you're actually generating the energy locally, you in fact become that power source. And so here, that 33% losses disappears because you're actually generating it locally, and therefore, in this instance, the Integra motor controller, 15% suddenly becomes 20-25% because of the way that the energy is physically being generated and delivered locally. Just moving forward to territories. Here you can see a number of territories. These territories have been identified by Suresense as being what we would call Tier 1 territories. First of all, let me just say, if the territory you're considering isn't on there, please don't worry or panic about that. Let me explain a little further. These territories here are territories that are very, very strong in mining and very, very strong in manufacturing. There are many other countries out there which have very strong manufacturing bases, but may not have mining interests. So these are for Suresense represent an area that actually has a high level of penetration in both of those two core markets. From having gone through the process now of looking at our applications, the industries that you'll find those applications, the territories where you will typically find those industries, we then have profiled our typical partners and what they look like. And here we see electrical contractors, electrical panel makers. Obviously, you've got the prerequisite technical skills to install the Suresense technology solutions. But outside of having those electrical skills directly, energy advisors, energy efficiency solution providers also have proven to be very, very strong partners for us. An interesting partner for us is renewable technology solution providers. So here we have a number of people around the world, as I'm sure you'll recognize, that are actually providing roof-mounted solar PV solutions, in many cases to warehouses and factories. Well, what's a really smart solution is before you actually create the renewable solution, using that roof-mounted space, why not actually look at the industrial lighting underneath the roof and improve the efficiency of that first, and then provide the renewable solution? Cost reduction consultants pretty much does exactly what it says on the tin. These are people that help organizations generally reduce costs from their business, energy being a key focus for them. Industry experts, we work with particular people that have specific skills in whether it be mining, whether it be plastics, automotive, or any other type of industry vertical expertise. Business agents who typically introduce people to generate business transactions. And technology vendors. Technology vendors are people that are either looking for supplementary technology of their own to take to marketplace to complement maybe some technologies they already developed themselves. So in summary, for Suresense, our sales and marketing strategy is built around a strategic focus for our business growth and that of our partners. We have a very much a partner-centric approach. We've done a very detailed market analysis to assist us and our partners in being able to take a multidimensional perspective to value-based selling. And what we mean by that is let's consult with our partners, don't sell. This is all about value. It's not about selling lighting. It's not about selling motor controllers. It's about increased profits. It's about reduced carbon. It's about increased health and safety compliance, and it's about increased productivity. These are the key business benefits that we look to sell and look for our partners to sell rather than technology. In summary, focus on the business case. If the business case is strong, there's a very strong case for those organizations to buy the solution from yourselves. So let's talk a little bit more about partnering with Suresense and our partner program. As you see there, our partner network is absolutely critical to our success going forward as a business. Here we have a graphic really outlines the multiple levels of partnering opportunities we have. But I do just want to make quick reference to what we mean by partner. And on the left-hand side, you'll see there, a partnership really is a contract between two individuals or businesses with a spirit of cooperation who agree to carry on a joint enterprise and both contributing to it, combining property, knowledge, collaboration activities with a view of sharing its profit. That's what a partnership means to us, and that's what we look for our partners to expect from a partnership with Suresense Technologies. I'll come on to the various types of partnering levels on the next slides. Underpinning probably all of our partner program is that of the value-added reseller. These are organizations that provide solutions based around our technology. They add sales, they add marketing, they add technology, they add services, commissioning, maybe a financial wraparound. They take an underlying technology and provide an overall solution. They're very typically sales focused, and they're typically very technically competent in the ability to install these units. They're geography or industry focused, and they can work with both the Integra and or the Eluma. Referral partners. These are people who don't necessarily have the resources to close sales or in fact deliver technically these solutions. But what they may do is refer, they may be aware of organizations that have a requirement for these types of solutions, and they can make referrals to Suresense and or to Suresense Partners. And then depending on the success of that sales cycle, commission is payable to them. Those commission levels actually vary with the amount of input or influence the referral partner has on the final outcome, the final decision-making process. Distributors, where we have a territory where we have a number of resellers operating successfully, we look to appoint national distributors who are experts in being able to provide import and logistical support on a national level. Not only that, they also provide first-line technical support, warranty support, as well as localized training services. So this really does help our resellers be able to become even more and more responsive in their local environment. In fact, recently we signed our first national distributor, which was AC/DC Dynamics, based in South Africa. We're extremely proud of AC/DC's choice to work with us, and we're very much looking forward to seeing our sales develop and grow across the whole of South Africa with our partners down there, AC/DC Dynamics, and our resellers. OEM partners. This is a situation or an example where an organization has a requirement for a technology solution. In this case, it was Hitachi. Hitachi recognized that across their whole portfolio of products, what they didn't have was an energy-saving motor controller or an energy-saving fixed-speed motor controller or an energy-saving soft starter. And they analyzed the marketplace, contacted Suresense Technologies, and through a little bit of joint development, we've actually created a new product. You'll see that in the bottom right-hand corner. It's branded ProHeStar. It's branded Hitachi, and they take that to their market. We work with partners, even if it's just a simple case of rebranding our technology to give them their own brand, or it's a proper joint development where we can add different types of functionality and capability for a specific industry vertical. We're open to doing all of that under our OEM partner arrangements. Agents. This is an interesting one. Quite often we will work with individuals at a strategic level who can assist us with local knowledge or a particular expertise in any given vertical industry. So to give you an example, we're currently working with a couple of individuals, one in South America and another one in the Indian continent, to help us really understand the local markets and help us identify our partnering strategies and also areas where we should be focusing our sales and marketing activities for lead generation for our partners. So agents is another aspect of our partner program. So what makes us different? Well, we pride ourselves on being able to be very proactive in account management for our partners. So that starts with our account management team, weekly calls going on to probably monthly calls after a period of time. There's planning, collaboration, training, customer call support. So if you need support with regards to manufacturer, vendor support on a particular client call, we're happy to support those. We get involved with generating leads and handing those over to our partners as and when we receive them. Overall reporting, and we also provide newsletters as well, keeping our partners abreast of developments in our business, but also in wins around the globe. Training. Training is absolutely critical for our success. It's very important to us that we have a high level of quality regarding our partners and their ability to understand the sales cycle, understand the sales methodology, install our technology safely and correctly, and also the ability to commission them optimally to ensure that those optimal energy savings are achieved. So we have a certification process of our own. We have certified engineers, and we can deliver that through open public courses here in the UK, but also bespoke on our customer site. Many of our customers, partners that is, come to us and say, yes, I'd like to do the course, but rather than come to the UK, can I talk to you about bespoke on-site training? And what we typically do there is we will come on site to our customer's partner site, spend 2 days or 3 days doing the training course, but then we'll actually provide a couple of days of on-site support, physically doing some on-site installations, doing the pre and post installation measurements of energy saving or energy usage, looking at the energy saving for that particular application, creating the proposal, and then handing that back to the partner. That means that by the time we leave site, after 2 or 3 days of doing that, and doing that on a multiple level of times, it means our partner not only has it been trained accordingly, they've also physically had some on-site training, some on-the-job training, but they've also left themselves with a pipeline of opportunities, which has been verified by Suresense as well. So very popular approach to on-site training. And also we help our customers develop demonstrators. So here on the right-hand image, you'll see our 3-phase demonstrator. This gives our partners the ability to physically demonstrate the energy savings without having to go through the process of doing an installation, etc. So at a conceptual level, you can take a partner to a demo area and demonstrate how it works. We have a number of tools for our partners, ranging from the ones you see here. So you'll see here we have a site survey form, which helps our customers, our partners, go to site and populate from the audit the key notes and key information they need to create a total cost of ownership proposal, which you'll see also here within the tools. And on the right-hand side, you'll see our single phase demo case. This is each of our partners gets one of these, which gives them the ability to physically go on site to a customer and actually be able to plug this in and actually show an Integra working with a motor working in low load or variable load conditions, which will physically demonstrate in a very engaging way the energy savings that can be achieved. We also have more tools with regards to our partner portal, where all of our partners will be able to get access, 24/7 access to key materials around case studies, either in written or PowerPoint material. We have customer proposal templates, price lists, all marketing materials, etc., are accessible 24/7 from our partner portal. And we also have a technology advisory board. We started this back in February of this year. This is where we actually wanted to create a forum where our partners can come to us in a broader and a collaborative manner to help us further understand what's happening in the field, what are some of the challenges, where are the successes, but also feeding back into our technology roadmap. So this is a forum where we can take input from all around the world and create roadmap items for our products, something we're very, very proud of, and I know our customers and existing partners, for argument's sake, really, really enjoy. So what are we saying? Well, we're saying we're looking for new partners to drive this fantastic opportunity forward. We're looking for partners in pretty much every territory around the world today. We're looking for a number of partners, and again, we're very, very happy to be talking to you today about our partner program. What happens next? Well, if you are interested in taking this discussion to the next level, then a one-to-one telephone consultation would be the next step. We're also planning a international travel around the world. We're looking to commence that and cover Europe through meetings in London, then off to the Americas with meetings in Chicago, and then to Asia with meetings in Jakarta. And that'll probably be around November time. So the demand is there. The opportunity is definitely there. The question, I guess, is, are you going to be there? So again, thank you very much indeed for your time today. If you do want to contact us straight away after this webinar, you have the ability to rate the webinar, but also express some interest. So please just take a second at the end of this webinar to follow that process. Alternatively, you can contact us on any of those contact details there: email, telephone, and fax numbers, or our address. At this point, I'll open the floor to take any questions. Thank you for your patience, and I'll open this now to questions. Thank you.